America's pastime on America's Day, and we're back here at Genna Stadium. Elks and Pippins, game number 2. So happy to be with you on this 4th of July. No better way to celebrate it than with some baseball. Tyson Miller digs in from the left side to open up this ball game. 2-0. Our first pitch was at 6:36, just 1 minute behind schedule. And welcome inside the broadcast booth. So excited to have you all with us. Aiden O'Neill, as always. And happy 250th anniversary, America, of your birthday. Outstanding stuff. And baseball has really marked the time. Just as Field of Dreams put it. What a sport this has been. Cementing the history of America in so many different ways. The drama when it came to the first World Series, all the way up until now. That fastball is called a strike. And thinking about it too, with all the wars that have stamped America, baseball has been a constant through the entire process. A lot of the most legendary players served at the beginning of their careers and made a mark on their legacy. Tyson Miller opening up this game, was in the lineup yesterday. Reached 3 times. McDougal gets him to chop one. To Fudge at second. 1 out. And that's how this ball game gets started. With that, we'll take a look at the rest of this Yakima Valley Pippins lineup for tonight. A lot of the same faces for Ahada, Velasquez, Burt, O'Neill, Garcia, Sotomayor, Ramos, and Almeida. Yakima offense that has a lot of star power, in particular the middle of their order. For Ahada takes up and away. Ryan McDougal, the righty, was at Benedictine College his freshman year and now committed to Omaha. Great mid-major program that usually makes noise. For Ahada, fouls it straight back. Daichi, 2 homers, 21 driven in, a .916 OPS. And defensively yesterday had quite the up and down performance. A game-saving play and then a costly error. But ultimately, the big play that he made to take extra bases away from Win Gurney in the 3rd ended up being the difference in the 1-run Pippin win. 2-1, laced into right field and down for a base hit. Trailing over is Gurney. It's going to roll all the way to the track. And Daichi for Ahada has himself a 1-out double. Good barrel to the opposite field at 94 off the bat. Bringing up Nick Velasquez. Heard about Gurney and right, but the rest of the Elks defense. Pupo, Nato, and Gurn in the outfield. Salvione and O'Connor at short tonight on the left side. Fudge and Miller on the right side with Nate Snakenborg in the squat. For Ahada, double number 10 leads the team in that category. Here's Nick Velasquez. Takes a fastball up. Velasquez, an RBI single just a day ago that came in the 3rd. And big congratulations to him, now committed to USC as of today. Will play 1 more year at his JUCO, though, Citrus Valley. That fastball misses up and in at 92 for Ryan. Good velo. Jacob Fisher behind the dish. Clayton Kellogg on the bases. 7.42 ERA, a 2.25 whip for McDougal. But that doesn't tell the story. Lately, it's felt like he's been a different pitcher. Started to turn his season around. Ahada on second here in the 1st. Velasquez takes low. Last time McDougal threw was quite a bit ago. His He was on that schedule to pitch every Saturday, and then stuff got messed up after the Portland delays. Fastball's groove down the middle for a strike. So a bit unorthodox to what he's used to. Long time to reset, recover, and get geared up for this outing. Big game for the Elks. Velasquez skies one to center field, but Nato's got a beat on it. He'll make the catch. Furuhata will tag. Testing the arm of Nato. His throw on 2 hops is just offline. And Furuhata moves up to second, but a big second out. Velasquez gave that ball a ride, 94 off the bat. But key to Nato, the best defensive outfielder on this team. You feel so good when a ball's hit to him. Two outs, digging in is Parker Burt, who's had an outstanding campaign of .377 average. 3rd in the WCL in that stat. Take up on a breaking ball. 18 runs batted in. That's towards the top half of the team, and more than likely a surefire all-star. The batting average battle in this contest, very intriguing, with the Elks' Dmitry Sisitko being number 1 in the West Coast League. Sisitko, though, not in the lineup tonight, so he'll have to wait, but tied at the top with Andrews from Edmonton at .393. Bird in 3rd at .377. 2-1. Parker Burt this morning committed to Ball State, so getting ready to embark on the next step of his journey. Takes high, 3 balls and 1 strike. Another great crowd on hand tonight for some baseball. Post game, we'll have the fireworks off the butte. Fans can stick around and see him from right here at Genna. That fastball misses away, ball 4. 2-out walk, but no harm if you're Ryan with a dangerous hitter in Burt. Jay O'Neill will hit, and that pitch count ticking up for McDougal here in the first. Already at 20. Elks enter tonight with an 11-15 record. Just started the second half yesterday. O'Neill pops one up to left center field, moving over his Pupo, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Just a double from Furuhata, a 2-out walk to Burt, but no score. Elks coming up in the bottom half when we come back. Bottom of the first. Elks now up against the righty. And Jake Cumming. His first pitch misses outside. Good job by Ryan McDougal, pitching through some foot traffic in the top of the first. Runners were on the corners. Nobody scored. Nato takes a strike. Jake Cumming has had a good summer, a 2.12 ERA and a 1.53 WHIP. Did pitch against the Elks one time this year on June the 17th. And in that game, 3 innings, 6 runs allowed, 4 hits. The Elks got to him. The 6'4", 200-pounder goes to Coppin State. Does have some walk issues, so the Elks may be able to take advantage of the free pass. Good take by Nato, 2-2. Eden Nato from Cal State San Bernardino, the speedy defensive outfielder. Also can swing a hot bat. Made the catch in the first inning. And will take away full count. Nato was in there last night, pardon me. Had an RBI single in the 5th inning. Elks, though, dropped it by 1. Nato checks his swing, appeal down, he went, according to Clayton Kellogg. And the first batter retired via the K. That felt like a simple call by Kellogg that he got right. Now take a look at the Elks lineup for tonight after Eden Nato. Jace Miller stepping up. After him, Wynn Gurney. Then Rowan O'Connor, Isaiah Fudge, Hayden Smith, Nate Snakenborg, Vinny Salvione, and Eli Pupo in the 9-hole. Miller takes a strike. Pretty easy to put Jace back in that lineup. Obviously a fan favorite here in Bend, a hot swinger, but hit his first home run of the season to the opposite field in the 9th. It was a frustrating one, though, for these Elks because the 2 costly errors, one by Troy Sanders and one by Diego Lovesy, the pitcher, got them behind the 8 ball and made it so when they went into the bottom of the 9th, it was a 2-run game. So the solo shot just got them barely back. And quite the development at the moment. Isaac Pfeiffer is on deck, and that's after Wynn Gurney was just in the field in the top of the first. So I hope Wynn's okay. Check swing. Foul. Gurney on the first play of the game, or not the first play, but the first hit when Daichi Furuhata doubled down the line. He fielded that on the warning track and threw it back in. So maybe something in there resulted in an injury. Miller with a good take, 2-2. Miller taps it foul to the glove side of Furuhata. We'll do it again. Elks in their red, white, and blue uniforms tonight. These are some of my favorites. And I did petition for them to wear them also last night on firework night, but I get it. You don't want to overkill. All white unis with the USA Bend Elks scripture across the chest. Good at bat here for Miller. Full count. Looked like Ramos was about to throw that around, but that ball was significantly low. Other than Isaac Pfeiffer on deck. And Miller walks. That's the backbreaker for the pitcher in Jake Cumming that's hurt him. And now look at Yakima's defense. Miller, O'Neill, and Garcia in the outfield. Almeida, Furuhata, Velasquez, and Sotomayor. With Ramos catching. An early substitution for these Elks. Isaac Pfeiffer in for Wynn Gurney. He cut that ball off in right field, and I didn't keep looking at him or get a close look. Didn't appear like anybody was hurt. First pitch, spike to the backstop, past Ramos. Miller's going to move up to second. Now he's going to try to take third. Ramos's throw there is not in time. Great base running from Jace Miller on a wild pitch that caromed all the way to the dugout. That is the definition of heads-up baseball. Ramos on one knee, could not pick it. And then just with the far bounce, Miller never stopped running. And although it's just the first, Yakima's going infield in. Pfeiffer takes away. Cummins struggling with finding the strike zone early in this outing. Pfeiffer with 3 runs batted in. Just a ball in the outfield gives the Elks the lead. Pfeiffer, ground ball into right and through for a base hit. Miller scores. Isaac Pfeiffer makes it 1-0. Just a C&I ground ball. And this is only possible because the infield is in. If it's back, that's a routine 4-3 putout. So an interesting choice for Coach Crustangel in the first inning to go there. Now Rowan O'Connor. Take low. O'Connor a 667 OPS. Just one start with the Elks so far. He'll take a ball down. O'Connor committed to Georgetown. Coming from the New Jersey Institute of Technology a year ago, a Washington product. Pfeiffer goes and the pitch goes to the backstop. Pop-up slide there. A stolen base. Wreaking all kinds of havoc. Cumming maybe struggling with holding runners on because he's worried about finding the zone. And him being caught napping. Ends up allowing Pfeiffer to go. Down visit now for Jake Cumming, who's already at 20 pitches. Just 1 out recorded, 1 K, 1 walk. This is Ethan Sulscheider, pitching coach. Just a couple of words. First season as a coach for Sulscheider. Former Yakima Valley Pippin, and now making his way to that next level. These free bases and the ability for the Elks to move up gives them a chance to knock in some runs. That's another walk. And heading down to first. Here's O'Connor on 4 pitches. Last night, Yakima, 4 pitchers, but 2 of them, Dylan and Carano, really gave him length. So that bullpen should be relatively fresh. Still, you want your starter to give you some inning depth. Give the rest of the team a good chance. Now Isaiah Fudge, 1-2, 1 out. Elks already up 1-0. Take high and away on the ball. Isaiah Fudge has been awfully quiet after a year where he was a Division II All-American, just a 407 OPS. Take a strike at the top of the zone. Now committed to Tampa for next season. all the skill in the world. Now just about piecing it together. Pfeiffer on second, O'Connor on first. Fudge up the middle, it's down. Kemp's gonna hold Pfeiffer at third. And a wise decision as O'Neill's throw goes right into the cutoff man. Bases loaded with just one out. For Hayden Smith in his Elks debut. Great chance to set the table for Smith. Fouls away the first pitch. Smith from Snow Canyon, Utah. Not a better way to draw up a debut and to step up on 4th of July with them loaded. But he grounds one to Furuhata, who goes to third for one. Throw to first, double play. And that'll end the inning. Make that Almeida at third. Furuhata was there last night. That's backbreaking. Not able to add on with the bases loaded. They leave him there. It's 1-0 Elks heading to the second. As we'll take one more look. They brought the infield in. And that allowed for Pfeiffer to get a base hit, which gave the Elks the lead, but they could not tack on anymore. To the second on Bend Elks YouTube.
So this should be interesting and possibly more violent. I'm not entirely sure how this will go. We'll see what happens. They're going to spin for 15 seconds as it goes. We've got, 10 seconds.
Top of the second, 1-0 the score. Elks strike first, but man, an inning where you're kind of going to be kicking yourself because you could have added on. Ryan McDougall keeps it rolling. He'll be facing Luis Garcia, Sotomayor, and Ramos. This frame 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Garcia takes away. Elks in last night's contest did not strike first, but they answered Yakima's initial punch in the third with 2 of their own. And that's what resulted in that game being so close down to the wire. Breaky ball misses low. Garcia, single and a walk. 1 for 4 he was at the dish. Flash that foul. Pippins with those green unis tonight, the baby blue caps. A lot of international presence on this Yakima Valley Pippin roster this season. Garcia being a prime example. along with Daichi Furuhata in the 2-hole tonight from Japan. Ball 4 is Garcia is lost on the base on balls. That's Ryan McDougall's second walk. With the Win Gurney injury and Isaac Pfeiffer coming in for him, he will stay in on defense and play right field. This is Levi Sotomayor. Fastball misses in tight. And you lose a lot defensively with Gurney in right field. Pfeiffer a utility guy, but Isaac also rakes at the dish, so don't miss a beat there. Sotomayor grounds one. Fudge's only play is to first. He doesn't even attempt to look at second. The fielder's choice. One out. I think a look may have been warranted. Could have possibly had a chance, but likely would have been the ultimate decision of just going to first. Now it's Abvel Ramos. Yakima with a chance to tie. Ramos takes a strike. Look there at the Bend Elks dugout. Seeing if we can see a wild Win Gurney just to make sure he's okay. I don't see him there. But also with the same unis on, it's hard to tell a difference. 0-2. No Abvel Ramos on Friday night. Still reminiscing about how good those fireworks were. I really believe that here in Bend, some of the best fireworks in the entire country right here at Genna. Grounded softly. Shortstop who fires to first in O'Connor. 2 outs. That one was just off the inside of the bat. And a beautiful angle on that strong throw. Miller acknowledging it too, that that's a huge out with just one guy gone. And steps in Derek Almeida. Much more efficient frame for McDougall so far. On this gorgeous Saturday, July the 4th. Big breaking ball called a strike. Good pitch from McDougall. Derek Almeida had a huge night last night in the 9-hole. A double, a single, a walk. Made his presence known. 2 looks at second. Goes back to the breaking ball that misses low. What that does for a lineup cannot be overstated. A 9-hole batter that acts as a reverse leadoff man and can get on base at a high clip. Makes McDougall think a little more. Not just an easy put away out. As the 1-1 misses away. With the universal DH at almost every level, it opens that door of no easy out to the pitcher that would be batting in this spot. Allows for an open door of a Derek Almeida to shine through as one of the best offensive contributors from Friday. Almeida takes low, but if you're McDougall, you don't want to lose him either. And invite the top of the Pippin order in. 2 outs for McDougall at 36 pitches. Looking to escape. 3-2. Almeida fouls it away. Not a cloud in the sky. Just a year after Firework Day got canceled, 86 degrees this afternoon. I actually believe that one, Uno. 11-mile-per-hour winds, blowing from right to left. McDougal's third walk is to that 9-hole batter. And frustrating so far. When the Elks have gotten in trouble, it's been those free passes. Tyson Miller steps up with runners on the corners. And Wes Harper with Tyson Miller coming up to the mound visit. Funny enough, Wes Miller is the head coach of Cincinnati men's basketball. That's my Big 12 brain getting jumbled. When Wes Harper went out there, the infield was about to come in to also chat with McDougal, and he waved him off. He said, no, this is a meeting between me, you, and the catcher Snakenborg. How to face the speedy outfielder in Miller. Defense playing him straight up. That fastball misses high. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Miller with 5 runs batted in his first AB, grounded out to Fudge. Peter misses in tight. Miller just wrapped up his freshman campaign at Cal State Bakersfield, just a 5'8" outfielder, but so dynamic when it comes to his speed and his ability to get on base. Guy Coach Crustangel has fallen in love with at the top of this order. McDougal just can't find the strike zone right now. 3-0 the count. And some big pitches coming up in this one-run game. Coaching staff's got to be frustrated seeing how the second inning has unfolded. McDougal needing to right the ship, but he walked him on 4 pitches. The third walk of the inning, and the 4th walk for Ryan McDougal in just an inning and 2/3. And they're loaded for Daichi Furuhata. Alan Cox, his 3rd season with the organization, has made the playoffs the last 2 years. Looking to build off of that momentum, but just hasn't been the case so far. Furuhata doubled down the right field line in the first inning, which likely resulted in the Win Gurney injury. He'll pop that one up. More action for the right fielder. It's Pfeiffer trailing towards the line, and he makes the catch. A great job by Ryan McDougal, despite a bumpy second inning with 3 walks, to escape unscathed. And the story already for Yakima, 5 runners left on base. We'll go to the second. Elks on top 1-0. Welcome back to the broadcast booth. My new producer, Hunter Herco. Absolutely incredible. Great job, Hunter. You want to get in here? Come here. I'll show the fans. Hunter Herco, the man. Great job. Let's go. Future in this business, kid. Absolutely. Bottom 2. Elks on top 1-0. Son, I'm already in the shadows, guys. Snakenborg, Salvione, Pupo, 7, 8, and 9 coming up in this order. Coach Crust Angel in a longer chat with Clayton Kellogg at the moment. And we had one of these yesterday in the same exact spot on the field. I'm not sure what this could be about because the inning hasn't even started yet. But last night, Coach Crust Angel was over there with Fisher and Kellogg and had almost a 5-minute conversation. Pierce is keeping track. He says we're at 1 minute now. This is going to make the entire Elk side extremely frustrated as well. Especially Nate Snakenborg, who's ready to come up. He's got to stay loose after all that adrenaline that comes in to get ready to hit. I mean, I'm quite appalled as to what this possibly could be about. It's now been 2 minutes. If there was something in between the inning that caught my eye, I would have told you. If there was a play from last inning that felt like you need to argue about it, I would also say something. But I have no clue. Zero idea. Not even a figment of an idea. It gets to a point. It'd be one thing if it's a bang-bang play at first like yesterday, but what could this possibly be about? Yesterday it was valid. It was a play that probably should have gone Yakima's way. And we're up to 3 minutes. I'll be honest, I can't say I've seen something like this before in baseball. In between innings, and we're finally going. My goodness. We got an official count on the in-between inning combo. 3 minutes, 28 seconds. That's pretty long, considering this is the first pitch of the inning now. Just to say it again, Snakenborg, Salvione, Pupo, 7, 8, and 9 in this order. Working against Jake Cumming, the righty. Snake takes down and away on a ball. 544 OPS for Snakenborg. Another guy for the Elks with the loads of potential like Fudge that just hasn't had success. Swing through that one. From San Diego, California, the dominant nation when it comes, or the dominant state when it comes to producing major league talent. And Snakenborg's been accustomed to playing against that high level. But here he swings through a fastball at the top of the zone. The second K for Nate Snakenborg. It appears that Alan Cox, Elks manager, just got word of what that conversation was about, just based on his body language and just a mere shake of the head. Salvione will take low. Two-0. Vinny Salvione. Starting on the 4th of July, just like Jace Miller when we story told a little bit yesterday. He's so used to playing in front of Genna. And when you see these big crowds, I'm sure it's quite full circle. You see it when there's 700, you see it when there's almost 3,000. And a community that's meant so much to him, where he keeps coming back. The red, white, and blue just scattered throughout those gorgeous stands. Salvione takes a strike. Three and two. Jake Cumming at school was just 1-8 with a 10.17 ERA. And the 67 walks to just 44 Ks defined his 2026. Here, though, he's pounding the zone. And Salvione fouls it away. Had 2 walks in the first inning. But this summer been much improved in that department. 21 strikeouts to just 14 walks entering tonight. And even in that category with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks so far, is Salvione rips one fair down the right field line. He'll round first and head to 2. Garcia bobbles it. It's a double for Vinny. The Elks have themselves a runner in scoring position. Good barrel by Salvione. Just tucked it inside that first base line. No chance for Sotomayor. Bringing up Eli Pupo. Vinny Salvione, an average over 300. That's double number 2. Pupo thought about a bunt, but will pull back and take a strike. No matter what Vinny's season looks like at school, whether it's sitting out a year, coming to Bend to retool and refocus, or a Bowling Green up and down season, he comes to Bend, and it's a new player. It's one that averages over 300, a breath of fresh air. Eli Pupo's had a different relationship with this community. Growing up here originally, being from Redmond, just down the road. Pupo squares and takes low. 233 average, 5 runs batted in for Pupo. Just wrapped up a year at Bushnell. Playing more straight up with a slight shift to the pull side is the infield. As Pupo takes one middle. And a hitter's count, just let one go by. That was a pitch to rake. Now needing to protect. Runner on second, Salvione. As Pupo fouls it away and will stay alive. It's tough in this lineup full of outfielders in this team that has an abundance at that position to constantly get in the lineup, in the starting 9. And that's why you see all these ever-changing pieces. With the 3 men on the real turf. Pupo takes up and away, full count. But a group that needs a guy like that, the spark plug that always provides energy. In a 3-ball count, that pitch count ticking up for Cumming. Got Pupo at the bottom of the zone. Did catch the black. Too close to taking a 2-strike count. Pupo's down looking. It's right there, good frame by Ramos. Second K of the inning. Top of the order with Keaton Nato. Despite the Elks being on top 1-0 in the bottom of the first, left the bases loaded with 1 out. And an opportunity they'll likely kick themselves about, unless you're able to cash in spots like this. Time is now called from Ramos and Cummin. This is to change the sign so Fisher accompanies him out there. Just want to make sure nothing else is going on. Nato takes a strike. Wow. Tough break there on the outer third. Last time that Jake Cummin worked was in relief against Northwest Star on June the 30th. Just to stay sharp. Nato fouls it back, but Cummin's last start was against Wenatchee. 4 innings he threw on June the 24th. 1 run, 5 walks to 4 Ks. When you get to this righty, it's taking advantage of his free passes. Nato takes high, 1-2. Nato struck out his first time through. That one could have been called a strike. Maybe a makeup from the first of this at bat. All is well at 2-2. Nato's family in attendance for this weekend. His father, a Bend Bandit back in the 90s. Salvione goes. Fastball misses high. He steals third. That's one with 2 outs where you better make it. And a good job by Vinny. He got such a good jump because Cumming forgot about him. Now 90 feet away. Nato pops one up, shallow left field. It's Furahata making the 2-handed catch. And that'll end the frame. Elks strand a runner on third. Just 1-0 as we roll on to the third. Top of the third inning, Velasquez taps one foul. Heart of the order, Velasquez, Burt, and O'Neill, 3, 4, and 5. Elks on top, 1-0. But both sides have been kicking themselves with stranding runners on base. The Pippins have left 5 on the bases. The Elks have left 4. So this game could be a whole lot different with some timely swings. McDougal's done a good job getting out of jams. Velasquez flew out in the first. To the center fielder and Nato on a ball he hit well. Ropes that one into right and down for a hit. Pfeiffer fields it there. 100 that was off the bat. And a clean barrel that we could hear from up here in the press box. just loud. Whatever wood bat that is would catch the ears of Will Taylor, baseball bat bro, up here with me quite often. What is that bat? Pierce is trying to get a look for me. Here's Parker Burt. Big swing and a miss. Parker Burt not afraid to get his ace swing off in any count and do as much damage as humanly possible. 0-2. I mean, the way he swings looks like every single hack is trying to park a ball on top of the grocery outlet and left. Four home runs on the year. Just outside. Nick Velasquez, not only a power threat, 5 stolen bases, third on the team. So will go, but also wants to give Burt a chance to hit with a runner on. Ground ball, could be 2. Fudge goes to second for 1, throw to first, double play. 4-6-3 around the horn. And the Elks take a twin killing. Burt just hit it right where Fudge was. Made it look easy. And O'Connor with a good throw and a good stretch by Miller on the back end. Good look at it here. All Fudge had to do was come in, and smooth from O'Connor is on the first pitch to Jay O'Neill. He pops it up to the third baseman, Salvione. And that'll end the inning for Ryan McDougal, where his pitch count has been up. Great job staying efficient. And Jay O'Neill was trying to get aggressive on the first pitch he saw. Thought he hit it foul, and instead, Salvione camps underneath it. Happy 4th. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Aiden O'Neill. So happy to spend this 4th of July with you and from the baseball field. Where else would you rather be? I'd be watching baseball, so I'm happy to be calling it too for you all. Jace Miller starts off this frame. Miller, Gurney, or not Gurney, Pfeiffer, who came in for the injured Gurney, and then O'Connor. Top of this order against Jake Cumming, who has 51 pitches, but has pitched through some traffic. Miller takes low. Special day, special night for baseball. All the traditions around the major leagues wearing the red, white, and blue, and the Elks paying their own homage. As Miller grounds one into left and through for a base hit. 97 off the bat from Jace. Kicking off the third. There was something yesterday that clicked for Jace Miller. And I think the at-bat was the 5th inning double. Hard hit. Miller legged it out. And since that extra base hit, he's been the same old Jace. A home run in the 9th yesterday, a walk, and a single today. Miller bluffs the steal on a slider that misses down and away. Isaac Pfeiffer, who entered for what we suppose is the injured Win Gurney in right field. And his first at-bat, an RBI single with the infield drawn in. Pfeiffer swings and foul, tips one into the catcher's mitt. Not only did Pfeiffer reach on a single, but he swiped it back. Portland native. Portland Pilot, his freshman year. That's tapped. Tough play for somebody. Coming in is Almeida, third, and a good throw. They tried to backpick Miller, who had a big turn off a second, but he's back safely. That felt like Derek Almeida flew in out of nowhere to make that catch. If that didn't sound like Dom, it's because it wasn't. Hunter Herco, our great PA guy. There we go. Yeah, Dom used the voice changer for one at-bat. O'Connor takes down and away. O'Connor walked his first time through it. He's in a similar spot with a runner in scoring position. Although Pfeiffer was retired, a productive out. O'Connor takes down and away. Not sure the plan for Coach Crustangel after last night. Should have a relatively fresh bullpen, just two guys that went in bulk. Dillon and Carano, then Lopez and Witt late. Miller goes, tries to swipe third. His throw down, not in time. Both Vinny and his best bud, Jace Miller, stealing third in back-to-back innings. And that's flat out on the pitcher every time you see a guy take that harder 90 feet. That means the pitcher is not keeping close enough tabs on him. Pippins not trusting their offense a lot tonight. They're going infield in again, only in the third. O'Connor fouls it back. But a good chance for O'Connor. Looking for his first run batted in as an Elk. 3-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And O'Connor takes ball 4, his second walk of the night. Three walks for Jake Cummins. That pitch count sky high at 61. Hitters Isaiah Fudge. Little Bob Marley walk-up song. An opportunity, first and third, 1 out, where O'Connor might go. He could even get caught in a rundown to make scoring that run more likely. Fudge pops it up. Foul territory. Almeida giving chase. And it's a souvenir amongst all those fans in the barbecue deck. What we got on the grill? A couple dogs, burger. Now that embodies the 4th of July. A grill. Go over to check on O'Connor, who's back. We're doing a condiment review again. What you got? Oh, man, you can't see it. We'll just trust his judgment. O'Connor goes. Breaking ball misses. They got Miller picked off. Almeida's throw home in time and a huge collision. Ramos lost the ball. Miller safe. Up to third, O'Connor. You just hope that Abvel Ramos is okay. He got blown up. But I don't think Jace Miller could have ran anywhere else. I think his only route to the plate was straight. Coach Crustangel is going to go talk to Ramos. That was bad base running from Miller to get caught up, but Ramos is right in the base path. There was nothing Jace Miller could do. I think there's a high chance that even if there was a catch and a tag, Jacob Fisher called him safe because of blocking the plate. So a bonkers turn. O'Connor turns second. Elks will take the lead and take the added on run 2-0. Looks like Ramos should be okay, and now here we go. Fisher and Kellogg, a long conversation just in front of the mound. Not sure what this would be about. And they call him safe. Felt pretty self-explanatory after the replay. Elks will take it. And Miller will take that he didn't get picked off, that's for sure. So with that bonkers play, O'Connor's on third. There's one out. Isaiah Fudge up with the infield still drawn in. Miller, too, there was no ill intent there with lowering the shoulder. As I said earlier, he had nowhere to go but directly in that baseline. Fudge skies one to center. This will do a job as O'Neal catches it. O'Connor tags. It's 3-0 Elks. A phenomenal situational at-bat for Isaiah Fudge. An important run to add on. That's Fudge's third run batted in this summer. Aiden Smith. Take high. Getting to the starter and Jay Cummin on a base running blunder that has shot the Elks in the foot. But it ended up working out. Jay O'Neal with lights out speed will track that one all the way in from deep center, make the catch, and that'll end the inning. But let's take a look back at that collision. You're just happy everybody's okay, but the Elks take the run as Miller went fullback right by the goal line, and Ramos, the lone defender, in his way. Ramos stays in, the Elks get 2 runs, and it's 3-0 heading to the 4th. Top of the 4th inning. Elks now on top 3-0 after 2 in the 3rd, but looking to maintain that lead. And although it's been a gritty outing for Ryan McDougal, who has yet to strike a batter out, also hasn't given up a run. I mean, the beauty of this sport, and we mentioned America's pastime, how long this game has been going on, is you can succeed in unconventional ways. 3 innings, no runs, 4 walks, no Ks? That doesn't line up. And here's another 3-ball count. But you have peace if you're McDougal, with the fact that so far, no runs have been scored. Garcia's first time walked. And will walk again. Garcia thought it was a strike. I mean, he stood in the box for an extra second. That is the 5th walk for Ryan McDougal.
Now batting for Yakima Valley. It's tonight's K-Man, Levi Sotomayor. Elks fans, if he strikes
Now tonight's K-Man, Levi Sotomayor.
half off left of Estes for 10 minutes.
Sotomayor from the University of Pacific in Stockton. Rounded out his first time, and will take a fastball up. Good conference in the WCC that continues to produce a lot more baseball talent as Sotomayor flips one just foul over Vinny Salvione. Been a good hitter this year. Sotomayor was retired in the first at-bat, but an average over 300. One of the new additions, though, to this Pippins group is Carson getting these fans going. Who doesn't want cheap beer? Two and one. McDougal just seeking to be competitive and get back into that zone. Three and one, and these become big pitches. Don't want to lose another guy. Nate Snakenborg recognizes that. And we'll go and chat with the righty. Still so young is Ryan McDougal. The pure skill jumps off the page. So I'm sure those coaches are getting a bit frustrated with this free pass trend that the Elks pitching staff, and with their success, has gotten away from a little bit in the last couple of weeks. But tonight, those same nightmarish thoughts and reasons for the Elks' 11-15 record coming back. Tossing in the Elks bullpen, Chris Perones, new lefty for these guys. Sotomayor fouls that away. Full count. One more for the K-Man. New baseballs from our bat boy tonight. Haven't seen a race ensue yet. We're waiting on it. Long look in from the first base side. Ball four. My next line, if it was a swing through, was cheap beer on the 4th of July, who has it better? Unfortunately, the Elks fans can't look at that. And Ryan McDougal now, I know it's 3-0 Elks, but 6 walks to no strikeouts. That whip that was starting to tick down climbing back up, the category that has plagued Bend. Abel Ramos, the hitter. Takes down and away. Good to see Ramos batting after he got plowed over by Jace Miller in the bottom half of the third. Grounded out to the shortstop. And O'Connor, his first at-bat. Big spot for these Elks. Crust Angel not deciding to bunt. Eric Almeida on deck. Ramos takes a strike. Miller creeping in on that infield turf. Just in case a bunt happens momentarily. 1-1. Popped up. Center field. Nato's there. He'll make the catch. Bluffing the tag at second is Garcia. The throw goes past Salvione and then past McDougal. Both runners move up. And a costly error as Yakima has two runners in scoring position. Keaton Nato, despite him being so gifted defensively, has done this before, where he's just missed the target entirely in an attempt to show off that strong arm. And Salvione had no shot. McDougal wasn't there to back it up right away. And that's ultimately just as good as a bunt. Eric Almeida batting with 2 ducks on the pond. McDougal takes away. Last night in the game, the Elks lost by 1 run. It was characterized by their 2 errors that came in poor spots. And here another one that could define the 4th inning. Almeida swings through it, 1-1. Eric Almeida, 8 runs batted in. He walked in his first at-bat and has been a thorn in the Elks' side when it's come to this 9-hole guy that just keeps getting on base. Defense staying back. Almeida grounds one to Salvione at third. He goes to home with the throw, and he got him. Vinny Salvione with a heck of a play. Moving up to third is Sotomayor, but a huge, huge second out. You've got to be ultra confident that you're going to get him when you go to the backhand and you throw it across your body. That was just not wise base running from Luis Garcia, who ran into an out. Not done yet. Top of the order in Tyson Miller. One and 0. Miller 0 for 1, walked his last time through. Been a part of the collection of base on balls from McDougal. But even with it, even with the 6 walks, he's 1 out away from getting out of this without allowing another run. Nakenborg with a good block on the 2-0 curveball. One of 4 members of the Benedictine baseball team McDougal was to earn all Hart honors. Hart Freshman of the Year, first team as a pitcher. Now taking his talents to Omaha. He spikes that though to Snake. Gets by him, Sotomayor scores, and Elks error gives Yakima the first run on their side. And moving up to second is Derek Almeida. That is just a back-breaking 90 feet. You compile that with the NATO error. The reason why Yakima now has a run. McDougal fills up the zone. You don't even want to get into the thought of yesterday's ball game, but there has been shades of that. But hurt so badly in just a 1-run loss The simple miscues. Miller right at Fudge, who picks it on the short hop. His throw to first will end the inning. Good play by Isaiah Fudge, who almost got caught in between and makes it look routine. 3-1 Elks. Fudge ends the frame. Stekenborg up to open up the bottom of the fourth inning. Elks on top 3-1. Here on the 4th of July, the entire stadium belting the YMCA, just like every night, but it hits a bit different when these stands are packed. It's been an ugly game thus far, even for the Elks, who are up 3-1. Kind of a peculiar one with a whole lot of mistakes. Stekenborg swings through it, 1-2. Nate Stekenborg punched out his first time facing his former teammate at Nevada and Jake Cummett. Look at Vinny making his rounds just beyond home plate with the top hat dripped out. Snake checks his swing, a peel down. He did not go. Ramos thought he did. The scarf. If you're wondering what the holiday is, look no further. There's the poster child, or the poster elk. What's a young elk? Snake, base hit. A blooper does the trick, and it opens up the 4th for these Elks. Even with all that's gone on, these Elks have hit tonight. Shows up the exact same, even if it's just a blue. Vinny Salvione, the hitter, who doubled in his first time. Take a strike at the top of the zone. Also stole the base. And you're getting to the point where you could get Jake Cumming out of this game. Already at 73 pitches, the wheels starting to spin, I'm sure, for Coach Crustangel. Salvione offers at it. Snap throw down to first, gets past the first baseman. But a great job backing up by Velasquez. Sotomayor did his best to knock that down on the dive, but could not, even being left-handed on the forehand. No harm done, though. 0-2. Foul back. Let's take a look at this reaction. Oh, watch out. Oh, watch out, Vinny. Now Snakenborg almost caught up in a pickoff. We got a whole lot going on right now. I promise, for those that are 5 rows up in the preferred section, that netting will protect you just fine. Just fine. Natural human nature, though. Salvione almost got plunked. That was 91. Buzz in the dome. Salvione pops up the 1-2. 1 out. Eli Pupo trotting up. Take our first look tonight at a look around the West Coast League. Starting off with a bang on the 4th of July. Raptors and Sweets tied 6-6 in the top of the 6th. Walla Walla with a comeback victory over the #1 team in the South last night. Good one tonight. Bells and Night Owls 4-2 there. Knights pounding the Drifters 8-1 in the top of the 4th. Kelowna on top of the Harbor Cats 3-0 bottom 5. Apple Sox beating Edmonton 4-1 as Pupo laces one into left field, but Miller's got a beat on it and makes the catch. Snakenborg moving back to first. Pickles, they already beat the Berries, so that must have been an early afternoon 4th of July game. And Port Angeles showing everybody we're still here. 12-5 win over Kamloops. That's your look around the WCL. We'll have some updates later for you tonight. Keaton Nadeau up with 2 gone. Choking up on the bat from the right side. He'll take a strike. Thank all of you for tuning in on YouTube, hitting subscribe. This journey this year in 2026 with my producer Pierce Gordon has been awesome. Bringing you baseball every single night from here at Genna. 1-1 to Nadeau. With our whole streaming outline, if you're an ad-free Elks Streams member, make sure you are watching on the separate members-only stream. Not the public stream. It is the same live game broadcast, just on a separate YouTube stream with the ads turned off. Nadeau takes away. To watch ad-free, go to the Bend Elks YouTube channel. Find tonight's stream labeled members-only ad-free stream and open that one. Not a member yet? Hit the join button on the Bend Elks YouTube channel and choose ad-free Elks streams to support the broadcast and watch without YouTube ads. Hitters count to Nadeau. But yeah, I think it's well worth your money. A lot of ads on YouTube, of course, so why would you not want to watch uninterrupted? You don't want to miss a moment here at Genna. Nadeau takes a 90-mile-per-hour fastball for a strike. Here's Alan Cox. Looking fresh in the shades, like a boss of some sort. Payoff. Snake goes. Nadeau hits it where nobody is. Snake moves up to third on the natural hit and run in an action count. And there's runners on the corners with 2 outs. Good hitting from Keaton Nadeau, letting that breaking ball get deep. 3-2 outs. You're going as soon as the pitch is thrown. So Snake easily moves up to third. Now time called. Looking to get the Ducks in the row. Jace Miller ready to step up. This is Ethan Solscheider again, the pitching coach. 85 pitches for Jake Cumming. He just went 3 innings in that first outing he had against the Elks. That was back in Yakima. So similar tonight when it comes to the lack of efficiency. On third is Snake, on first is Nato. And it's Jace Miller. That mound visit tells you all you need to know. That now Miller, respected and feared just like he was in 2025. Nato takes off. Pitch misses down and away. And an easy steal with no throw. Eden Nato making a name for himself in the base stealing department. He is the first on the Elks to double digits with 10. Base hit now would score 2. Miller takes. With how he's swinging the bat, there is no reason to give Jace anything to hit here. Isaac Pfeiffer, a tough customer in his own right on deck. But Miller seeing a beach ball. Take away, 3-0. And at this point, Crust Angel might just put him on. Miller will likely have the green light in a 3-0 count. Pfeiffer in the wings. Shadow on the front of those bricks. Good pitch. 91 down and in. Not one you'd get turned loose on if you're Miller. Oregon State this last year. You're derailed by injuries and happy to be back here in Bend. Ball 4. Oh, man. That was about 4 balls outside. Wow. That's the most egregious one of the season, folks. If Jace Miller's going to walk down to first, it's not a strike. But from time to time, a home plate umpire views that as disrespect from the batter. That changes everything. Three-two. Grounded into left and through for a base hit. Snake scores. Here comes Nato. Miller's throw is cut off. Not a walk, but a 2 RBI single instead. Elks on top 5-1. Jace Miller. They probably wish he ended up just walking. Now on another level. Jake Cumming, his night is done after 3 2/3. A bumpy one. And the Elks got to him. New pitcher when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. This Elks offense coming to life. Some fireworks on the field on this 4th of July. New pitcher in for Yakima in this 5-1 Elks lead. Carl Moland Kovash. 5.4 ERA, a 1.8 whip. Pfeiffer takes down and away on the ball. RBI single in his first at bat. Grounded out his last time. No batting gloves for Fife. Bluffs the back pick on Miller. Ramos lost something. He lost the ball. Miller's up to second. What in the world just happened? He bluffed the back pick without the ball in hand. Is that right? He just lost it and still stuck with the bluff. Pfeiffer with good wood to center, but O'Neill is there. And that'll end the inning as Miller almost falls down rounding third. But Jace Miller, a pitch after it should have been ball 4, says, well, I wanted to hit anyway. Base hit into left, past the dive of Almeida. Elks lead it by 4 as we head to the 5th. Some crafty work from Isaac Pfeiffer on that ball that allowed for Miller to move up to second. Look at him. The ball is loose, so he takes a full step back, completely legal, still in the box, and boxes out, shields Ramos from even seeing the ball. How about that? I love the small intricacies of the sport where you can change everything by just having a little bit of IQ. The Bend Elks debut for Chris Peronis from Glendale Community College, the southpaw. Rajada fouls it away down the right field line. For Rajada, Velasquez, and Burt, if Yakima is going to answer back, it would be this part of the order to do so. Chris Peronis, teammates with Diego Lovesy at Glendale CC, now reunited in Bend. 45 innings there in 25, and then 33 this last year. He had a 5.1 ERA, a 1.7 whip. That pitch was a whole ball in the zone and was called a ball. Some inconsistencies being shown from home plate umpire Jacob Fisher. I mean, we just saw the one on Miller that, although it was regarding an outside pitch, not close, called a strike. Rajada, right to Miller. 1 out. Good start to his Elks debut from Chris Peronis. Glendale Community College in Arizona, a lot of good teams and good players that come out of all of those organizations. The Elks last year had Chris Parkin, who is from Central Arizona, good player, now committed to the University of Washington. So at some point, whenever Peronis takes that next step, good track record to build off of. Left on left here with Nick Velasquez. Tough time of the night to hit if you're a lefty. And Velasquez slashes one into left field. Diving is Pupo. What a play! Eli Pupo taking away extra bases. Take another look. Pupo, the Superman dive. There it is. And a great job by Taylor, our cameraman, on that zoom. He was locked in. 2 outs for Parker Bird. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, 0-2. Pound in the zone is Chris Peronis. Bird hits one hard right at O'Connor. A 1-2-3. First inning for Chris Peronis on the mound. And the lefty dominates. Bottom 5 when we come back, but Eli Pupo with the play of the night. A diving catch into right. Velasquez with good wood, but it does not matter. First pitch fastball, tapped foul by O'Connor. This is still Carl Molan Kovash. Still not over that Eli Pupo catch. How about that in left? These Elks outfielders all season long making plays. O'Connor, the hitter, has walked twice. Also stole a bag his last time. Ake, a big breaking ball for a strike. I mean, you take 0 for 0 if that on-base percentage sticking up. O'Connor takes high. Appeal down. He did not go, according to Kellogg. Entering this out in just 5 innings for Molan Kovash. 5.4 ERA, 7 Ks to 3 walks. And he strikes out swinging. Ramos' throw to first is high. O'Connor reaches on the air. So this is the rare strikeout. It's going to be added on the tally of Molan Kovac. But it's an E2. O'Connor wasn't running particularly hard. Ramos had time and just threw it offline. Fudge will take a strike. Right after the errors hurt Yakima. Oh, so bad. In a game where they still won. 5 errors and squeaked out a 1-run win. Soft toss over to O'Connor, who's there. None of those stats showing up on the tally. Molan Kovac having to pitch through his own team's error. So O'Connor was moving on the pitch, but Fudge fouled it away. Molan Kovac from Whitman College. Their home, Borleski Stadium, the same home as the Walla Walla Sweets in the West Coast League. Not playing for Walla Walla. Instead, on this Yakima Valley Pippins team, originally from Rolling Meadows, Illinois. Fudge fouls that away. Ramos thought it was a fly ball and lifted his mask up and then realized it was an 80-mile-per-hour liner down the third baseline. Maybe a factor of that beaming sun in left center field. Which right now I feel like I need sunglasses up here. Soft throw to O'Connor. These attempts by Kovac to throw over remind me of the way Max Scherzer does it in the pros, where it's almost a throw over, but there is no true intent at picking off the runner. It's more just to say that I did it and to keep the runner honest. O'Connor goes though. Fastball misses away. No one's covering second. And Ramos throws it to an abandoned bag. That's Rowan O'Connor's second stolen base of the night. There is truly no one there. Furahada and Velasquez, a lapse in communication. And by the angle Furahada took, it looked like he thought Velasquez was going to cover. Fudge had a run batted in earlier. Another shot here. Soft ground ball. Tripping off the mound is Kovac. Just got Fudge at first. Up to third is O'Connor. In real time, it looked like Fudge beat that out. Molan Kovac did his best attempt. Awfully close there. We slow this one down. I think they got that right. Maybe barely. Aiden Smith, take a strike. 1 out, bottom 5, 5-1 Elks. The entire infield will come in. Smith takes down and away. Interesting from Coach Crustangel to continue to put this infield in all game long. At some points, it's cost them opportunities at outs. Smith is hit by a 70-mile-per-hour breaking ball that'll barely leave a mark, but it will allow him to reach base. This was just floated in there by Kovac. One where you just say, thank you. The hitter's Nate Snakenborg. You never can add on too much in game 2 of this series. how we saw the final chapters of last night's game unfold. Nakenborg takes a strike, bluffs the throw down to second, and Hayden Smith steals there. They know that Abel Ramos, when it comes to that first and third situation, is likely never going to throw it down. It's been the recipe. 1-1 to Snake, who's 1 for 2. First time facing Molan Kovac. Ball in the outfield would bring in 2 more critical insurance runs. Snake swings through it. Bullpen is quiet, so likely another frame for the lefty and Chris Peronis. Snakenborg takes strike 3. He didn't know the count. What I counted, that was strike 3. I don't think Nate Snakenborg knew the count. That is a rough at bat. Two outs for Vinny. Calvione's had a good night at the dish. A double and a fly out to left. That one will. Into right center field. Trailing over is Garcia. He slides and makes the catch. What a play from Luis Garcia. Forcing the Elks to leave 2 runners in scoring position. The outfield flashing the leather on both sides. To the 6th, it's 5-1 Elks. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Just as I speak, illegal fireworks shot off in the distance. Welcome to 4th of July, one of the best holidays on the calendar, and the Elks coming to play tonight. 5-1 the score. I'm lit in complete sunlight at this time of the night. Not that quick moving pace that we saw a couple of nights ago against Walla Walla. But maybe a good thing so these fans can stick around post-game for the fireworks off the butte. Chris Peronis gets that call on the outer third. Everybody staying once again. I sense a theme. O'Neal to Fudge at second. His throw on one hop. The splits by Miller. A great stretch and catch. Because I believe Fudge, from the way I saw that, wow. Gymnastics from the Elks first baseman. But I believe that was an intentional throw in the turf from Fudge. The second baseman here get taught that that's the proper way to go about it at this time of the night. So the first baseman can see the ball coming in. Now Fudge threw it a little bit too far to the left where Miller had to have that miraculous stretch. But still probably the wise decision. Garcia, who just made that great play in the outfield, will foul it away. 1-2. Has walked a couple of times. You see the light to the darkness on those bleachers. Excited to get an official attendance mark. I'd guess somewhere near 2,000. Garcia takes strike 3. Peronis gets the backwards K. 5 up, 5 down for the southpaw. A good frame by home plate catcher Nate Snakenborg. Levi Sotomayor, the hitter, will take a strike. This is tonight's K-Man and Sotomayor, so a crowd that's already popped a handful of times. Another reason to get excited. 0-2.
Looks like you could use a drink.
Left to Sotomayor. Chris Peronis. Not rocket science, just throwing strikes. Check swing foul. Sotomayor walked his last time, came around to score on that defensive inning with a lot of miscues. That pitch missed away by a hair. Fisher didn't oblige. Also away. But some groans because these fans are thirsty. He fouled it away. Oh, if Snake just held on, it's the punch out. Let's see this again. Oh. In and out of the glove. He got him! Chris Peronis, the people's champ.
You know what that means, Elks fans. Draft domestic beers will be half off for the next 10 minutes.
A man of the people on 4th of July discounted beer. Get yourself a burger or hot dog while you're at it too. And a replay. Sotomayor down by way of the K. 9-1-2 due up for the Elks in the bottom of the 6th against righty who's still chugging along. Molan Kovash. Aiden O'Neill back up here in the broadcast booth. Thanks for joining us tonight. Elks lead it 5-1 and a good showing from the pitching staff again. Despite all the free passes from Ryan McDougall, he gutted out a gritty outing and then turned it over to the new lefty, Chris Peronis, who's been outstanding. Pupo! Foul. Down the left field line. Eli Pupo, talk about brilliant defense. In the 5th inning, made a diving play to his right. Full sprawl out diving catch that took away extra bases from Nick Velasquez. It's to get it going with the bat here. In tight, almost hit him. Those plays, like this one here, they keep you in the lineup. Pupo. My goodness. That was smooth. Fouls that straight back. 3-2. And with this lineup tonight defensively, Pupo, Nato, it was Gurney, then Pfeiffer. A lot of ground can be covered. Quintessential as a team to make sure that part of your game is covered defensively. 0 for 3 though at the dish, as he'll take another fastball for a strike. The 2nd time he's been down looking.
Now batting for Bend, center fielder, number 10,
NATO!
Keaton Nato at the top of this order. Stepping in against Molan Kovash. Kovash in 2026 with Whitman, just 6 innings. Had a 19 ERA. Nato squares and pulls back, but has been there for now 3 seasons. 2025, all things considered, the best of the bunch with an 8.57 ERA, 29 Ks to 14 walks. Nato singled and stole a base in the 4th. Take a strike. Whether it's the pitcher's not holding the runners on well enough, or the catcher in Abvel Ramos not throwing him out, Elks have stole 7 bases tonight, wreaking havoc on the paths. Nato with great awareness. He kept that bunt in the zone until the very last possible second and pulled it back. That means you are a good bunter and likely going to get the benefit of the doubt from the home plate umpire. Nato takes a strike, 2-2. Cal State San Bernardino product. Spent a lot of his childhood in Seattle. His father Mike in attendance this weekend, who also coaches him at Cal State San Bernardino. An awesome story. Full circle in Bend. Fouls it off the face into the dugout, stays alive. A lot of these die-hard Elks fans have watched any team in Bend for numerous years, and when Mike was with the Bend Bandits, that same group, big fans of his. And I was talking to him before the game yesterday and today. Pierre and crew just to the left of the press box. They said they always remembered Mike Nato in the 90s when he was with the Bend Bandits and how he would lean into pitches and almost have a magnet that would result in all these free passes. Nato, base hit. Past Velasquez at second. He's got himself a 2-hit night and has been dynamite at the top of this order. There's the group. Just awesome. I've been coming here for so many years, longer than Pierce and I have both been alive, and that just is a testament to how amazing it is. Embodying a small town community, truthfully. Jace Miller, the hottest hitter on these Elks, steps up against Molan Kovash. And will ground one right back to the pitcher. His throw to second for one, on to first. A double play. They go 1-6-3. Molan Kovash starts off the twin killing. Just a simple step and throw. We're on to the 7th. It's the Elks 5 and the Pippins 1. The third frame incoming for the lefty and Chris Peronis. Elks on top 5-1. Valiant effort from this left-hander who starts it off with an 84-mile-per-hour strike. Abel Ramos, 0 for 2 tonight on this 4th of July. Did reach on an error, though, in his last at-bat. Pops it foul and out of play. 1-2. No reason to head home early on the 4th of July. I'm stoked that it fell on a weekend this year. That always makes it a bit more special. Ramos stays alive. Beer garden not as packed tonight. But still, this crowd as full as it gets. Salvione throws on to Miller there for the first out. Salvione to Miller. A tale as old as time. The two best friends connected on that putout. And it's the 9-hole hitter, Derek Almeida. Almeida back to Peronis. Look what he found. 2 outs. The cat-like reflexes from the lefty. Grounded right back to him. And this effort cannot be overlooked. Two gone for Tyson Miller. Now gets the left on left with the leadoff man. And Peronis fires in a strike. So far, opposite to what we saw last night from these Elks. From that resilience perspective. Miller To Pupo in left. Did he catch it again? Oh, man! Eli Pupo. The game of his life defensively. Absolutely absurd. Pupo with the shoestring grab on the dive to his right. 2 phenomenal catches. Stretch time here at Genna. This entire crowd getting going for our jazz band. Let's take another look at this play from Eli Pupo from our dugout cam. Moving over to his right. The dive, and what a catch. Incredible from Pupo. You wait and you work hard behind the scenes to get those opportunities and then take full advantage. Incredible. New pitcher on the mound for Yakima. It's the righty Sebastian Fry entering his sophomore season. Fry an 11.05 ERA and 7 1/3. 11 Ks to 6 walks. It has gotten hit around. Face Isaac Pfeiffer in the 3-hole. Pfeiffer takes up and away on the ball. Really the opposite of what we've seen from these Elks. Defensive web gems defining that side of the ball versus costly errors. On time is Pfeiffer. Fouled right back. Pfeiffer's 1 for 3. Had an RBI single in his first at-bat. And I think he wants some more rosin. There it is. A lot of chalk spraying all over that turf. As the man on deck, Rowan O'Connor, couldn't squeeze it on the fly. Whether it's the chalk or the pine tar, whatever floats your boat. Pfeiffer takes way up and in tight, 2-1. Fry from Las Vegas, Nevada. Goes to Desert Oasis. That heater misses low. Or did back when graduated high school a year ago. Now undecided on that future. Pfeiffer walks. Base on balls to him, who's having a solid night at the dish. And stepping in is Rowan O'Connor. O'Connor's reached in all 3 plate appearances. You see that, missed low, and might have got a piece of Abel Ramos. Getting banged up a bit behind home plate. The Elks have already stolen 7 bases. So even with Pfeiffer on first, you can't rule it out because he even stole the base in the first inning. O'Connor on that strikeout in his last at-bat, reached first on the error, but was not able to come around and score. Ground that softly to Velasquez, goes to second, and doesn't get Pfeiffer. Just got there. And by initial look, I don't think that was particularly close. He looked out by a couple of feet. Not sure if this will be the angle. Maybe it will be. Really tough to tell there. Coach Crustangel having a chat with Kellogg. Just in front of third base. And that's just based on the naked eye that we thought he was out. If we could slow this down, we might have it. Still nothing definitive there. The Elks will absolutely take it. This is a point in this game as Fisher, and that's Kellogg rather, not Fisher that Crustangel was talking to. We're going to come and chat together. Keep it as safe. That's not one that home plate umpire Jacob Fisher is going to overturn. But it's a chance for these Elks to add on a couple of critical insurance runs.
Now batting for the Elks, second baseman number 26, Isaiah Fudge.
Called a fielder's choice, but everybody's safe. Fudge not squaring a bunt, will take. On deck with the bat is Brody Whitcomb, who will likely pinch hit for Hayden Smith. Fudge fouls it right back. A single and a sac fly on the run batted in for Isaiah Fudge. What a year he had at Quincy, allowing for this next chapter at Tampa. Both him and Nate Snakenborg from the same neck of the woods. Great friends reunited in Bend. Double steal! Ramos loses it. And a good read by Isaac Pfeiffer as the Elks get two runners in scoring position. Stolen base number 8 and 9 for the Elks tonight. They have been running all over Yakima. And Bend, not a team that runs a whole lot. No choice but for the infield to come in. 2-1 heater misses low. Fudge can sit on one pitch in one spot. Although it's been 5-1 on 8 hits. It's been wacky. Looking for something loud. Ball 4. Bases loaded for Brody Whitcomb. Take one more look at that controversial play. This is probably the best angle we're going to get. Pfeiffer slides in, the throw comes in, and I think he's out. So the naked eye does not lie. It really changes the complexion of this inning. You get a big out. They're not loaded with nobody gone. Time is now called. Then Salscheider, the pitching coach, nowhere to put his reliever Sebastian Fry, who's come in. He walked the first batter at Pfeiffer, got O'Connor to ground into a fielder's choice that did not bounce his way, and then walked Isaiah Fudge. 12 pitches, 2 walks, no Ks, no outs. Brody Whitcomb hasn't seen a lot of playing time for these Elks. Fresh out of high school, right here in Bend. Whitcomb from Caldera High School. 6'4", 200-pound big lefty. Take low. That entire dugout with guys like Whitcomb that work in the shadows and wait for their chance. Hoping for something to cheer about is Whitcomb. Puts in charge into a ball deep to left center field. Miller's going back on the track and makes the catch. Tagging at third is Pfeiffer. He will score. Moving up to second is O'Connor. An RBI sac fly from Brody Whitcomb makes it 6-1. A quality at bat in that spot to just go to the opposite field. Got underneath it and will warrant some high fives when he gets back to that dugout. Stay in for the DH and Smith. Now Snakenborg fouls it away. Fudge was on the move. Have to go back to first. 6 runs on 8 hits for these Elks. Some defensive web gems and just looking to get back on track. You can hear that crowd getting into it. A packed house on our great nation's birthday. Snake takes away 1-1. Fireworks exploding in the distance all night long. Fudge goes. Fastball's hit well. Deep to right center field. O'Neill and Garcia give chase. O'Neill is at the track and it one hops the wall. Over it on a ground rule double, and it's an RBI for Nate Snakenborg, making it 7-1. His second hit of the night is loud. 98 off the bat. That is a textbook swing from Snake going the other way. And they're not done yet. Offensive output for these Elks has not been common practice. They go back to try to find the last time the Elks scored many runs. Fastball misses up and away. It was on June the 23rd, so about 11 days ago against the Raptors. 9 runs on 12 hits. Tonight feels similar to that. And then as Salvione takes low, Ramos digs it out on one hop. In the game against the Pippins, where you really saw a full collection of all these offensive contributors, was June the 17th, where the Elks won 15-13 after 6 runs in the 9th inning on the road. 3-0 to Vinny. So although it hasn't been standard for Ben, Yakima's used to it, seeing the Elks on the other side. Salvione takes ball 4. This tough outing for Sebastian Fryer on the mound continues. And we'll see how much longer Coach Crustangel goes. It's Haon Tanaka, the left-hander out of Japan, getting loose for Yakima. This would be a spot to bring him in left on left with Pupo, but they stick with the righty Fry. Pupo takes a strike. The 2 brilliant plays tonight defensively. When he came up last time, we talked about the 1 play, and now he doubled it. Pupo into shallow left, it's down. Fudge scores. Here comes Snake. The throw goes into third. The tag is applied. But it's 9-1 as 2 runs come in. Salvione thrown out. And a good job by Pupo, just putting bat to ball. Simple. 77-mile-per-hour flare. And shallow enough for an easy send. Great job by Miller hitting his cutoff man in Almeida so that tag was possible. A 9-1. You now start to feel much more comfortable on the 4th of July late. Nato swings through it. You want to break that total that they put up against Ridgefield. Pupo goes. Fastball misses outside. Throw down to second is a rope, but he couldn't catch it. Another stolen base for these Elks. Make that 8 on the night. A 4-run 7th inning where the Elks were already up comfortably. A highlight show. Nato swings through it. Pupo got a good jump. Ramos's throw was there though. If the tag is just applied, he's out. To the backstop. Pupo up to third. The last time the Bend Elks scored 10 runs in a game was on June the 17th in the 15-13 win over Yakima. Takes low, Pupo thought about coming home. An aggressive base runner, number 2 in white. Keaton Nato's had a great night at the dish. 2 hits, a stolen base, and stamping himself at the top of the order. Official attendance tonight, 1,570. Outstanding. So happy to have the 4th of July weekend here at Genna. It's been fun. Nato takes ball 4. The 9th batter of the 7th about to come up in Jace Miller. And with that, Crust Angels go into the bullpen. A crooked number that was needed to make the Elks feel comfortable. And they're feeling good. Welcome back to the broadcast booth. Aiden O'Neill, thanks so much for joining us on this 4th of July. How about this from the Elks? They've been looking for consistency, and especially in the offensive department. Can you string together a night where you have a big output of runs? And tonight has been that night, but the 7th inning in particular has been the one. O'Connor grounded out to Velasquez. Probably should have been out, Pfeiffer at second, but he wasn't. And that allowed for this big inning to start, for the line to keep on moving. Isaiah Fudge took up a double steal. He ended up walking. Then Brody Whitcomb. Pinch hit for Hayden Smith. Skied one into left center. Caught by Miller. Brought in a run. And then the Elks backstop. Nate Snakenborg had the best swing of the frame with the ball crushed to right center. O'Neill and Garcia gave chase. They couldn't get there, and one hops that banner, resulting in a ground rule double. And Eli Pupo had the dagger in the frame, the one that made it really hurt on a bloop single into left that brought in 2. Making this an outstanding night. Pupo stole second. Moved up to third on the wild pitch. And Keaton Nato reached on the base on balls. I mean, the inning of highlights, right? So many we just took you through. And that's been the sort of night it's been for the Elks. But I even think back to the beginning of this game where it was monotonous. It kept you on the edge of your seat because you didn't know what was going to happen next. Ryan McDougall walked 6 batters. He somehow gutted out a decent performance. And although it's been similar mistakes for the Elks that have shot themselves in the foot, they've rebounded. they've shown resilience. And if that can be the identity for not only the rest of this game, but for the rest of the next couple of weeks, you put yourself in a really good spot. New pitcher on the mound now, the lefty for Yakima, Aon Tanaka. 12 ERA, 1-0 with a 2.5 whip. Goes to Indian Hills Community College. From Ibaraki, Japan, and just finished his freshman season. The perfect guy to have up here. Miller, 3 at-bats that he's reached base. Grounded into a double play as last time. Swinging a hot bat. Tanaka fires a changeup that misses down and away. Six innings, 6 Ks to 8 walks. Those free passes have been aplenty for the lefty. Miller gets the outside corner where he takes. From Medford, 3rd season in Bend. Crazy to think his whole baseball career practically has come in this state. Same thing can be said for Salvione before his year at Bowling Green in 2026. Tanaka going to get some rosin. Just like Daichi Furuhata. Product of Japan, country that's been so prominent in the baseball world. Miller takes the Ephus-style breaking ball at 66 away. It is ball 4, just as the fan pointed out. 9 batters up this inning. 5 have reached on a walk. And Yakima taking a page out of the Elks book with that whip. 8 walks, 6 Ks, 10 hits. Elks lately have done a better job at limiting the numbers in that category, now giving it back to the opposition. Pfeiffer takes away. Pfeiffer not expected to be in the starting lineup tonight. It was Win Gurney in right field who exited after a play in the first inning. And he's carved out a pretty solid night. Reached in 2 of his 5 plate appearances with an RBI. Take low there, 2-0. Nowhere to put Aon Tanaka. With Pfeiffer's power, you just hope that at some point he can run into one. Takes a strike. 2-1. Pfeiffer to start this inning in the 7th walked. Two and two. You can really dig the dagger deeper. With a big hit in this spot. 2-2, 2 outs. Bottom 7, 9-1 Elks. And Tanaka fires. Pfeiffer pops it up. Foul territory. Ramos near the net in. Watches it go into the crowd for a souvenir. Watch out down there. The straw hats might serve as some protection, though. All right, now do you give it to the kid? I think he's asking for it. Maybe. Pfeiffer stays alive. I'm always a fan of giving it to the kid. Wow. Wow. Shallow. You know, one person puts it on the top shelf. One puts it out of sight. I'll leave it at that. Pfeiffer strikes out, swinging on a huge hack. But you can't be too discouraged because a heck of an inning for the Elks. 4 runs scored, now 10 hits in total. To the 8th, the Elks in firm control. The top of the 8th here at Genna. Elks on top 9-1. New pitcher in the game is the reliever, Josh Jackson. Last couple of outings have been more rough than what we usually see out of him, but all the talent in the world out of Umpqua. 8.59 ERA, a 1.36 whip. Last through against Walla Walla on the 1st of the month. Grahada fouls it back. Just went a third of an inning in that one. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 K, 2 walks. And Diego Lovesey came in out of nowhere and saved the day. Picked up his first save of the season. Grahada, high chopper. Does anyone have a play? O'Connor's throw to first. In time. Rowan O'Connor. Great play. Grahada can move. And yes, good job by base umpire Clayton Kellogg on that one. Take a peek around the West Coast League tonight. How about that? Walla Walla on top 10-7 against the Raptors. Talked to Leo Rivera when they were here in Bend. He said, got to come back and bounce back after they dropped the first series between the two in Ridgefield. They are doing so. Bellingham on top in a 9-mo, 11-3. Corvallis beating the Drifters 14-5 in the bottom of the 6th. Velasquez takes high. Kelowna on top of Victoria 3-2. Wenatchee on top of Edmonton 9-1 bottom 8, and then the 2 finals that we hit on earlier. Baseball on the 4th of July. The best tradition. Fastball called a strike on the outer third. Velasquez is 1 for 3 tonight. The Pippins as a whole just have 2 hits on offense. After a night where they had 6 runs on 7 hits. 1-1. I mean, back-to-back nights for these Elks where their offense really got going. Last night it was leaving runners on base, but they took advantage of that Yakima squad. And it's carried over 24 hours later. Velasquez, uber talented. Got a hit taken away from him from Eli Pupo in the 5th. Race for it. Hustle up. Who gets it? Whoever has the most dedication. As you see, I'm waving to y'all up there in the press box. Two. Velasquez stays alive. Yakima will have a whole lot of members of the All-Star game. Hey guys, how's it going? See all this packed house right down in front of me. Pretty awesome. Nothing like Genna Stadium. Jackson working hard in this at-bat. Velasquez stays alive. Beginning of Jackson's season, he was the strikeout man, top 5 in the entire West Coast League. Looking to get back to that swing and miss identity. Parker Bird on deck. If anyone's going to ignite a Yakima rally, it's these two. Velasquez pops it up. Shallow left, O'Connor going out. Coming in is Pupo, watch out. And Pupo caught it. Those are always scary. The shortstop generally takes priority in that situation, but outfielder has the better angle. That's Pupo's ball. It's a tough adjustment, though. If you're a shortstop, you're used to calling everything off, and then you got to listen to the outfielder coming in while still being ready to catch it yourself. Parker Bird, take away. Despite him being a dominant hitter on the Pippins, who's likely an all-star, top 5 in the league in batting average, this series, the Elks have figured him out. He's through it 1-1. He had an RBI last night, but was 0 for 5, and now 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Those numbers don't coincide with this weekend's performance. Jackson's 1-1. Fouled away, there goes the bat. That happened last night too. Just on the Elk side instead. But this bat goes flying on a joyride of its own. And the net is the only reason why a fan didn't have to dodge it. Ball boy, too, was locked in down there in the Yakima dugout, ready to get it. Jackson looks in. He's 1-2. This is away. Snakenborg saying, come in. Loads of skill from Jackson, from Umpqua Community College. Absolutely has the ability to make that jump to the D1 level. Burt into right. It's Pfeiffer. And they keep Burt hitless through 8 at-bats. Make that 9 after the flyout. Bottom 8, when we come back, it's 9-1 Elks. Then I go. Welcome back, bottom 8. Nine 1. Rowan O'Connor. Almeida at third. Just got O'Connor. Man, he can run. Was moving down that line. That's how the 8th inning gets going. Long strides, and they got him by half a step. I don't think Almeida was aware of that speed either with how smooth and the time he took. One out for Isaiah Fudge. This is still Haon Tanaka. Fudge's 5th at bat, an RBI sac fly in the 3rd, walked his last time. And one of his best nights at the dish tonight is Tanaka's going to call time and go talk to Ramos. This is once again just switching up the signs, making sure they're on the same page. We haven't had the clouds in the sky to make for these gleaming sunsets, but still, what is just as beautiful when you think about it is the silhouette beyond left center field, the Sisters Mountain Range, and then the Butte, where the fireworks will be shot off not too long from now. Once it gets completely dark, this game concludes. High into the air, fireworks will ring. I love the tradition that you do July 3rd fireworks here at Genna, and then the 4th are on the Butte, because in our case, when we're at home, unlike last year, we're able to see both. And in a small town like Bend, is there going to be 2 firework companies? The answer is no. There's one. And they do a great job. I mean, last night's show was so fun. One of the best shows I've seen. 3-0 now. On deck is Brody Whitcomb getting himself another at-bat. And then Nate Snakenborg. That fastball gets the outside corner. Tanaka misses inside. And Fudge will head down to first. Continuing his good night at the plate. Reaching at a high rate. Hearing more fireworks now. Are those coming off the Butte? Look at that. It doesn't look like the Butte fireworks just yet. That's off to the right. Everybody shoots them off this time of the night on this beautiful day on the calendar. Whitcomb pops it up foul and out of play. Look at that. Gorgeous. The light in the background. Shades of the Sandlot. That iconic scene. Genuinely like a movie. One away. I mean, we were thinking this team could be a movie, a summer ball reality TV show, and maybe that is the end card. Love ball, Pierce thinking maybe. Summer ball, 3-1. A Love Island style show for baseball. Why not? It's the most popular show on TV right now, I'd guess. Feel like everybody's watching it. I wish I could be tapped in with the culture. I'm really not. Whitcomb takes ball 4. I will say, though, I don't watch it, but I am Team Corbin. Sometimes you just got to state the obvious. Nate Snakenborg will hit. Doubled his last time on a big swing to right center. Tanaka just can't find the zone. That was pitch number 24, and he's still struggling. I've got 11 free passes, 1 hit by pitch, and 10 walks for this Pippins staff. And it's dug them a hole they can't get out of. Snakenborg takes away. Snap throw down to first. If Sotomayor was covering, he probably would have tagged out Whitcomb. But speaking on the Sandlot, I'm not sure everybody puts together that movie is based around the 4th of July. I know it seems obvious. That misses down and away. But when you think about the Sandlot, I feel like that's not the first thing that comes to mind. Maybe Snakenborg looking for his Sandlot moment. Takes ball 4. 4-pitch walk. And getting out of hand now, these free passes. You're Coach Crustangel. You still got to save some bullpen for tomorrow. So it will be intriguing to see how he manages the rest of this game. Deuce Sims will hit for Vinny Salvione. Chance for Alan Cox to get some new faces in there. Some new opportunities. Deuce, 16 at-bats, batting $125. Has 1 run batted in. Take a strike, and that's just home plate umpire Jacob Fisher opening the zone at this stage of the game. You respect that, though. You got to keep it moving. Sims, though, won't appreciate it. He wants a fair shot. Now 1-1. And from Kentucky. Committed to Midway for the 2027 season. Second year here in Bend. All it takes is for a big moment from Sims for a crowd to erupt, with a name as easy as Deuce to chant. Nice of a guy as you'll meet. Hit by a pitch, and that'll bring in a run. Oh no, Ramos got a piece of that too. So bangs up Sims and Ramos, and here comes Fudge in to score. Bases are still loaded. 10 runs for the Elks, and this marks the first time the Elks have scored 10 runs. Last time was against Yakima back in Washington, and I think that might have caught Ramos in the throat a tad. Or the back shoulder maybe as well. That is 4 consecutive free passes given up by Haon Tanaka. Kevin Furuta will pinch hit for Sims. Upo fouls it back. It's a race. Oh, boy on the Yakima side said, I already got a ball. I'm letting you have this one. did not turn on the afterburners. Just coasted. 0-2. Pupo with an RBI, or 2 RBI single in the 7th. Left on left with Tanaka. Already 10-1, 10 hits for the Elks. You just don't want to waste all your runs in one night. Save some for tomorrow. Normally in a 10-1 game, maybe 300 fans. We got 1,000 still. Pupo takes up and away. 2-2. A night highlighted by his gorgeous defense. Capitalized on a big hit in the 7th. He somehow got a piece of that one and will stay alive. Whitcomb, Snakenborg, Faruda. Pupo grounds it to Sotomayor. He goes home with the throw. Safe. Says Ramos pulled his foot. I don't know. 11-1 Elks. Sotomayor could have just taken the out at first, and instead the inning goes on the E3. Oh, he was, I think, on. Would love another look at it. Ramos sure thought so. Could have just touched the base first. That one's not going to tell us. And Crust Angels forced to go to the pen. This game that is turned into a marathon has had back-to-back frames that refuse to end. Elks by a lot on Bend Elks YouTube. And we'll take one more look at that play at home. Here's got it slowed down for us, zoomed in as well. Is he on? Well, there he's off. Move it over here. All right, so I'm paying attention to the toe in this situation. Sotomayor throws home. I think he's on. In real time, I thought out. That wasn't the call. This is the right-hander, Jackson Upton, coming into this game. And he's listed as a catcher. So I'm going to go back in the records. Could this be a position player moment? That was 63, so I think maybe. At this stage of the game, with a game tomorrow, you almost have to throw in the towel and give up on tonight. For reference, no recorded stats for Jackson Upton on the mound. But he's worked in these situations before in the non-league. A good safety valve for Coach Crust Angel to put in a guy late that maybe could just fill up the zone. As simple as that. He'll face Keaton Nato in the top of the order. Nato with 2 hits. He's reached 3 times. Nato takes high. That was not a lob. Upton has some experience in this spot at least. 83 miles per hour was that fastball. Aikenborg, Furuta, and Pupo. 2-0. But at some point, strikes have to be thrown. Upton from St. Martin's University, originally from Vancouver, Washington, 6'4", 230-pounder. Nadeau takes a strike. That strike zone's going to get about way bigger on both sides, just to keep this game going. 3-1, but it's hard to expand when you're regarding height. High or low, easier to do it on the corners. Upton peers in, 3-1. And he walked him in. This is really starting to get out of hand. 12-1 Elks on the RBI walk. (12-1) and Jace Miller, the hitter. Arguably Miller's best night at the dish. That goes flying, pops one up, shallow left, it falls in. Racing in is Furuta. The throw there is in time on one hop, a good throw. Bases stay loaded. Miller can't believe that Furuta was thrown out at home. Let's see this again. That bat was thrown. Bare hand pickup Garcia. And then just a rope. Get in Furuta. Pfeiffer takes a strike. A single and then 9-2 on the putout. This scorebook for everybody at home, it's getting ugly with these last 2 innings. Hard to keep track. Pfeiffer grounds it back up the middle. Can't glove it. Daichi Furuhata allows for Pupo to come in and score.
Shortstop number 38, Rowan O'Connor.
O'Connor fouls it away, so that is going to go down as an error. Was just getting clarification. Brought in a run on that play, making it 13-1. O'Connor takes high. Every fan, as much as this baseball game has been fun, I'm sure on the edge of their seats waiting for the fireworks to begin. I mean, we're going to get to a point where, does this game end before the fireworks start? Fouled away. The producer mind of Pierce Gordon would be really excited, I think, if the fireworks were going during the game. That's where they'll be, just below that score bug. O'Connor hits a fly ball. O'Neill in center will catch it, and that'll end the inning. The Elks get 4 in the last 2 innings each. It's 13-1 Elks. 3 outs away from a Game 2 victory on the 4th of July. Elks have a lot. The Pippins don't. 13-1, top 9. And the new pitcher, Carter Hess. 8.3 ERA. 0-0 with a 2.19 whip from just 3.2 miles away. Summit High School, where he attended. Just like our producer, Pierce Gordon. Trying to pick my favorite alumni now in my head. I'll get back to you on that. Hess hasn't worked in quite a bit. Hess goes to Mount Hood Community College. 8.3 ERA and 8 2/3. Struggled with the base on balls, but a good get right opportunity. And Levi Correa will step in for Jay O'Neill. So a pinch hitter for these Pippins. Hess fires in a ball at the top. Correa, no homers, 2 driven in, a 542 OPS. This is the first time that the Pippins are going to a substitution on the bench. (2-0). Your Hess, the job just to throw strikes. There's some more fireworks in the distance. Those are low. Still not close to the legality and the fireworks that are legal. Those start at 10. So these other ones are just for fun. Has to come in on the 3-0 to Correa. He's swinging. Miller fields it on the run. Hess covers, and they got him. Great play all around. Correa capped that off the end. And Hess, outstanding wherewithal to run over. Yes! It's good. That was almost like whoever that was in the dugout was holding up the field goal. The uprights. Looks good. Brandon Stone will pinch hit for Luis Garcia here. So Crust Angel emptying the bench, getting some new looks. A 1. Check swing, gets the call. 0-2. Yes. Finding more success pounding the zone now than at the beginning of this outing. Why not 3 straight? Ground ball. Ferruda deep at third. And Stone was running slowly out of the box where Ferruda had all the time in the world. The Elks are 1 out away. You can tell here the extra effort, the throw and the catch.
And give the dugouts time to clear out, and when you go in the field, please don't go in the dugouts. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Post game, everybody will be led out onto the field to watch the fireworks from the Butte. We will not be streaming that on the Bend Elks YouTube. The one show you got to watch was last night. And if you want to watch it again, feel free. It's there. Unless the game is going on. And at this rate, Carter Hess would have to implode in the 9th, and no one wants that. Jackson Walker. Pinch hit in for Levi Sotomayor. Walker fouls it away. Oh! Good effort. You're waiting for the pot, almost get a ball. What's the word if you add the glove? You make the catch. Hess wins it. Blows a heater. by Walker. And before we show the victory celly, agony. Where's the baseball? Elks win. A 3-up, 3-down frame for Carter Hess. And a phenomenal effort from this Bend Elks pitching staff. Yes, the story is the 13 runs and the 1 for Yakima, but they only held the Pippins to 2 hits over 9 innings. Celebration ensues, and the Elks take Game 2 of the series on the 4th of July. A special holiday, a special win, and a fun one for these Elks. We're back at it tomorrow, 5:05 first pitch. Riley already down on the field. It's TikTok time. We'll step aside and be back for some post-game thoughts on Bend Elks YouTube. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Thanks for sticking with us for some post-game thoughts. Aiden O'Neill up here in the broadcast booth on the night of 4th of July, and the Elks brought the fireworks offensively. A 13-1 win, and we'll take you through it all now. It all started in the first inning, where the Elks immediately got their offense going. Bases loaded, Isaac Pfeiffer, he entered for the injured Win Gurney, and knocked one through right field to bring in the first. But the Elks weren't done after that. Jace Miller thought he had ball 4. This was in the 4th. But fortunately for him, he was able to stay up and bat a 2 RBI single through the left side. Keaton Nato, that final base runner. And it wasn't only the offense, though. The glove was shown in a multitude of ways. And in particular, the main guy, Eli Pupo, a diving catch, robbing Nick Velasquez of extra bases. Phenomenal. He made another one later. But the Elks in the 7th is where the full story was really told. In the 7th and 8th, they had 4 runs apiece. But that play where Pfeiffer was likely out at second, not called on the fielder's choice, defined the inning. It kept it going. It gave the Elks some brand new life. Later, it was a double steal. Pfeiffer moving up to third, the back runner to second. Brody Whitcomb with the bases loaded. Pinch hit for Hayden Smith, who started at DH, brought in a run there. And then right after him, Nate Snakenborg, a gorgeous stroke to the right center field track. It one-hops the banner in right center, brings in a run. And later in the same frame, Eli Pupo, who already was showing off with the glove. Have yourself a night. A 2 RBI single into left, brings in a pair, and the Elks would catapult that 4-run inning into an opportunity to salvage Game 2 of the series. Pupo stole second. He then took third. Nato walked. Then Miller came up and also took a base on balls, where Haon Tanaka could not find the zone. A lot of free passes for Yakima. They set the table for these Elks. I believe it was 10 total walks and then a couple of hit-by pitches in there that gave the Elks these opportunities. But you still look at 11 hits and you feel satisfied with that, knowing that the offensive effort was there. Our bull of the game is Eli Pupo, and it's because of those 2 diving catches and a timely 2 RBI single, because you could give it to so many different guys, and it was almost Jace Miller, who had 3 hits, reached in 5 at-bats. But Pupo in the 9-hole was the definition of himself, that spark plug, that energy bunny that can do so many different things and provide some positivity on both sides of the ball. If you're given a group effort, though, a group award, an accolade, it's to the pitching. Ryan McDougall struggled. He didn't strike out anybody. He walked 6. But you know what he did? He only allowed 1 run. And then they went to the bullpen, and whoever you went to, I mean, Chris Peronis was outstanding in his first Elks game. Everybody was ready. And then for Carter Hess, who has been waiting to get his moment back, to slam the door, felt poetic. The hometown kid bringing home a win on 4th of July. Elks, awesome time, but all of this needs to come into a win tomorrow night. And that's the only way that you can feel satisfied with a win on the 4th. But soak it in, enjoy the fireworks, enjoy the 250th anniversary of the country, because baseball and America, they go together so well, and they did so tonight. For my great producer, Pierce Gordon, I'm Aiden O'Neill, signing off. We will see you tomorrow, 5:05 first pitch from right here at Genna.